Well, there's not a lot of bees this year in the garden, so I have to be the bee, and I'm fertilizing my cucumbers. As you can see, this one right here, that is a female because it's got a long stem behind it, whereas, I'm sorry, that's a male because it just has, it's on a long skinny stem, whereas, let's see if I can find a female. There's a female because it's got that bulb behind it, little bulb growing behind it. So you take the male plant, you pull it off, and you pick the petals off, and then you'll find this little thing in the center, and you take it and you stick it in the center of the, and gently rub in the female plant, and that helps to fertilize them. But man, my garden, this is the first year I ever planted one. It's gone crazy. That's my cucumber plant. There's a squash plant over there. I do have a squash. One squash. I'm so excited about my one squash right there. You can see it right there. That's yellow crookneck squash. And then I created these little things with cotton swabs with essential oils, citronella, and rosemary to keep the bugs off. And boy, you can really smell it in the garden. A lot of people will put them directly in their pots, but I just put them around my pots because then you have to remember, if you put them in your pots, when it rains you have to take them out. But here's my cucumber plant, and you can see I've put a ladder up next to my planter box. I don't have a lot of space here because I'm surrounded by pine trees, so I had to do the best I can. It's already starting to wilt because it's getting so hot, and I am creating a shade cloth. But there's my celery plants. They have gone crazy. It's almost time to harvest those. This is all a container garden. I've got basil over there, and strawberries, peppermint. My basil plant, I've harvested so much from that already. My green onions, and I got chocolate peppermint, and that just smells so good. And I got chives and thyme, and there's my bell pepper plants, and they're already starting to, these are red bell peppers, they're just now starting to get a lot of fruit on them. I've got about 20 or so, but there's some Texas sweet onions. I've got a bunch of those. Green onions, I just grew that from getting a green onion from the grocery store. They're super easy to grow. But there's my planter box that somebody made for me. And what I've done here with my shade cloth, I had to do it by myself, so I didn't have a lot of help, except I did get someone to pour some sand in those buckets for me to act as a weight. And then I've created, as you can see all along there, a ridge line where my shade cloth is going to hang, and I'm going to attach it to the planter box, and then the opposite end to these. I had some pieces left from my metal roofing that I put in the sand, and I filled that up with water, and I've got some anchors, tent anchors, because once it gets really hot, it's going to wilt my plants. But I also had to do a center post to keep the shade cloth from sagging. And what I did with that is I got an umbrella stand, and it screws into the ground. This is red clay dirt, so that was really hard for me. It took me a while. I had to keep watering and softening up the dirt, but I finally managed to get in there, and then I anchored it real good and stabilized it with some wooden stakes and some bricks, and poured some more sand in there. And it's actually really steady. We had a storm not too long ago and it held up, but I haven't actually put my shade cloth up yet, but I'll be doing that in a few days, because once it gets 90, as you can see, as I said earlier, my squash plant is already starting to wilt, and it's only 11 o'clock. I mean, my cucumber plant. But I'm just surprised my garden's gone crazy, because I've never actually did a garden before. But there's my romaine. I have harvested the heck out of it. I have it over there because it doesn't like a lot of heat, and it's just about had it. But I can't tell you how many salads I've had from that. But yeah, if you don't have a lot of space, and you're old like me, I'm almost 69. I did all this by myself, even though I don't have a lot of strength in it. I just did it in increments, and it was really easy to do. This is a nylon cord, paracord they call it. It's real strong, and I wrapped it around these posts. I added some fence pickets to this planter box that somebody built for me, and that will act as part of the anchor for my shade cloth when I put it up. But the shade cloth, that was fairly easy to do. It just took a lot of time because I had to do it in increments because I would get really tired, but I managed to do it, and it's going to work really well. I can even walk under it. It's about, that pole right there is like about 6 feet tall. So yeah, I'm real excited about my garden. If y'all have any tips for me, let me know, because I'm a novice at this, but it's been working out really well.